Yo, how's it going, Bears fans? I'm your host, Chris, and welcome back to another episode of the Bear Down Podcast. Today, I am joined by my wonderful co-hosts, Parth and Jaylen. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I will say, I apologize for the bedhead. It's pretty early in the morning when we're recording this, but it's been a while. Today is July 2nd, 2018. I think like 28 days since we posted last time. Not even going to lie, I think I'm going to accredit us not posting to, number one, us being lazy, and number two, really not much going on. There really hasn't been much going on ever since the draft. The only thing I've really been excited about right now is watching the Cubs and seeing LeBron sign with the Lakers. But today we're just going to be overviewing the Chicago Bears 2018 offseason, heading into training camp, which starts on July 21st. Hopefully we'll all get the opportunity to go down to training camp. I know I'll be down in training camp, and I know Jaylen has said he probably will be able to go. But we're going to be overviewing the entirety of the offseason, from free agency to the NFL draft to the new coaching hires. I think Jaylen just left the call, so it's just me and Parth for now. But heading all the way back to the beginning of free agency, Parth, what was your favorite move in free agency?
Probably the signing of Allen Robinson, just because how badly we needed a wide receiver, and he posted, I think, 1,400 yards in 2015, and that's probably like top 5, top 3 status in my opinion, because like we haven't seen a Bear wide receiver do that in a long time, since like Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to agree there for sure, dude. After seeing Trubisky come in his rookie season to a really kind of toxic situation, in my opinion, with the worst receivers in the NFL, stats-wise, 32nd when you have Dontrell Inman as your number one wide receiver. I think Allen Robinson is definitely a couple tiers up. I think Allen Robinson, hopefully this year, with the addition of Trubisky, is hopefully a top 10 wide receiver in the league. And there's Jaylen. He's back. He left the call for a second. Jaylen, who is your favorite move this year in free agency overall?
You said my favorite free agency move?
Yeah, favorite.
Allen Robinson as well. It was a clear need coming into free agency this year, because we all of us knew that we didn't have no receiver last year for Trubisky, and that's why he really had a down year, or not as good as other rookies last year. But like I said, it was Allen Robinson. He's gonna come in and be the number one Trubisky really needed, and hopefully that duo will become great for the next couple of years.
Okay, so next we're going to be talking about there's two ways you can answer this next question. So the question basically is that I wrote down, I said, what was the Bears' biggest loss / worst signing, I guess you could say, in free agency? So I'm going to start off on that one, actually. I'm going to say the worst signing was, I think we definitely overpaid Prince Amukamara by like $2 or $3 million a year. He, I think, got $9 million a year, and everyone was saying he was probably worth $6 million a year. Now, I like Prince a lot. I don't think he was super productive, but I'm glad that he's back because he knows the playbook. He's familiar with Vic Fangio's defense, and he can help some of the younger guys like Bryce Callahan and obviously Kyle Fuller, who's becoming something much greater than all of us expected him to a few years ago. But I like his veteran presence. I like that he's back. I just think we could have paid him a bit less. Any of you guys want to take that?
The worst for me has to be probably Aaron Lynch. Even though he was in need, I feel like he hasn't shown much success in the last 2 years. And, he has with Vic Fangio like 2 years ago, but ever since Vic left and he lost all his confidence and his momentum. And I basically don't want that type of player in our locker room, who's not wanting to do anything, because he was quitting football 2 years ago, and that's not what represents a Chicago Bear, because we like to work hard, play hard,
Yeah, Jaylen, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with the Aaron Lynch one too. It's like Park said, it was a need, but when we first signed him, I was kind of happy because of the Fangio system, and he flourished under the Fangio system. But he keeps getting hurt, and somebody told me the best ability is availability, and if you're not available, what are you gonna do for our team? So
okay, yeah. One thing I would like to add, just because it kind of is important, is the loss of Cameron Meredith. The only reason I don't like this is because I feel like if we kept Cameron Meredith and still drafted Anthony Miller, there wouldn't have to be much of a worry about Kevin White or Josh Bellamy getting into the wide receiving lineup. I hate to say it, but I really don't like Josh Bellamy or Kevin White. So I think that's also a little bit of a downside. Now, we already went over this in our draft primer, or our post-draft reaction, but we're going to go over it one more time. We're not going to talk about our least favorite pick from the draft, since hopefully all of them pan out well, but we're going to talk about our favorite pick from the draft. Jaylen, you want to start that one off?
I'm going to go with Roquan Smith. You guys both know Roquan wasn't my number one linebacker.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You were super mad. You wanted Edmonds.
We needed a linebacker alongside Danny Trevathan. I felt like we could have put Nick Kwiatkowski right there, but I guess Fangio thought had something else in mind. But we do need a linebacker. Bears are known for having great linebackers, and hopefully Roquan Smith is a great linebacker for the Chicago Bears.
What do you think, Parth?
Probably Anthony Miller. Just because we let Meredith go, I think we needed a clear backup at wide receiver 2. Yes, Kevin White could be that. We don't know because he's going to play 5 games. Taylor Gabriel's more of just a speedster to me, just in the slot. I feel like Miller has the opportunity to do more than that and maybe, get 800, 900 yards a year, which would be nice.
I'm going to go with an under-the-radar one that I think I said was my most underrated move, who's slowly become one of my favorites. Javon Wims, the 7th-round pick. I just mentioned with Cameron Meredith being gone, that opens up some space for Kevin White, who I really hope can be good. But I just really do not like Josh Bellamy. I wish the best for him. I just have not seen the greatest results out of him in the past. Wims is very tall. He's a playmaker. So I hope that through training camp, through the preseason, that he can get some reps and hopefully somehow make it into the lineup. Because I feel like after watching his clips at Georgia, that he's definitely someone who, if he makes his way into the lineup, that he's an explosive guy. Kind of shadows an Allen Robinson. He could get a bit quicker, but I feel like you can put him on anyone, and he can definitely go up and make catches. We haven't really talked about this season. Obviously, we hired Matt Nagy, but we haven't really talked about the coaches that Nagy put around him. But in this category, Nagy will be included, and I'm pretty sure that's the answer we're going to get out of all of us. I'm not going to say Nagy, but this category is best coaching hire. So I'm going to start this one off, actually. Sorry if I'm stealing the mic from any of you guys. But my favorite hire this year, simply Mark Helfrich, the offensive coordinator that we hired. He brings the West Coast spread to Chicago with guys like Tariq Cohen, with guys like Taylor Gabriel, and now that we have some bigger wide receivers like Javon Wims, who I don't even know if that guy's going to make it into his lineup, but like Allen Robinson, like Anthony Miller, we have a lot of reliable wide receivers. I feel like he's going to be able to formulate with his offense coming from Oregon, under Chip Kelly, some type of Chip Kelly type of offense that Marcus Mariota ran for years. I feel like he's going to be able to design a really nice playbook where Trubisky's going to have a lot of options, and we're going to be able to spread the field a lot better. If either of you guys want to take it over, I don't care.
Jaylen, you can go.
Okay. My favorite coaching hire, since you said we are going to pick Nagy, I'm going to go a little different. I like to be unpredictable. I'm going to go with Fangio.
Keeping
Fangio was so big in this offseason that it could have been our best offseason move, even including free agency, including the draft. Just because when he came in, our defense was absolute garbage. And in 3 years, he brought it to a top 10 defense. So keeping him and keeping the players that he developed, like Adrian Amos and Eddie Jackson, safeties that he drafted in mid-rounds, that he made into starters is just amazing. So keeping Fangio was a big move. So that's my favorite coaching hire.
For me, I'm going to go something even more different. It's going to be getting a new training and conditioning staff.
Ooh, okay.
Because, we've had so many injuries, way too many in the past. And, Matt Nagy came in, just hired a new training, conditioning staff, And I feel like we needed that because we don't want injuries anymore. We want to be a healthy, 52-man squad, I think.
Yeah.
At all points.
Okay. So this is kind of a harder one to answer. But throughout the entire offseason, I'm going to start with you, Parth. What was the most underrated move, kind of under the radar? It could be a player, it could be as we were just talking about, coaching hire. Just most underrated move that the Bears made this offseason.
Kyle Fuller, bringing him back is like a strong piece to this defense. He's our main corner, as we know. If we let him go to the Packers because they send him to the offer sheet, like, it would have been devastating, first of all, because there weren't that many good corners in free agency this year. And I feel like he groups our defense well, in the secondary. He's a big, big help to the corners because, like, Prince Amukamara, he's good, but he's not on Kyle Fuller. Like, he's not as young as Kyle Fuller, not as explosive. And I feel like Kyle Fuller has a ton of potential that he hasn't reached yet. And I think he could become a top 5 corner one day in this league.
Okay. Jaylen, you want to?
My favorite underrated acquire, I gotta go with Trey Burton. When he was in Philly, he really didn't get that much rep, but when he did, he still had 6 touchdowns as a backup. I think he's third string or second string, but still 6 touchdowns, which is more than any of our wide receivers had this whole season. That's just very underrated. People say we overpaid him, but it really doesn't matter. We have to money to do it, and we got another weapon for Trubisky, so that's one of my underrated.
Yeah, I'm gonna go almost as simple as it comes. I'm gonna go with Cody Parkey, the kicker. Simply just because we need to make kicks, and he's a former Pro Bowler. He got a bit injured and roughed up, but definitely we gave away a game against Detroit last year because we couldn't make kicks. Thanks, Connor Barth. And we had scoring opportunities in many different games where it was given away because we couldn't make kicks. So, yeah, we just got to make kicks. So next, we're going to go with most overrated move. I'll start it off, actually. I'm going to go back to that Aaron Lynch. I believe in Aaron Lynch a lot. I like Aaron Lynch a lot. But, he obviously could have changed a lot in the past few years. We're obviously hoping for the best. We're hoping that he came to Chicago, and we're hoping Vic Fangio can light that match, create that spark in him again. But nothing's promised, and I know he's kind of an injury-prone guy. He's already gotten injured a few times. So that could end up being overrated and overhyped. Parth, you want to take it?
I'm gonna go with the same thing with Aaron Lynch. Like I said, you have to be good. You have to be available, or to be even have an impact on the team that's really playing. So it's only on a 1-year deal. We're not paying him that much money, but even though it was a need, you need to be able to play, or at least show that you can play. And he just hasn't did that because he had deals.
Parth?
I don't know. I feel like all the moves we've made are pretty good. It's just, I think Aaron Lynch would probably be mine too. It's just, you guys nailed it all, I guess.
Yeah, okay. And then the last thing we're going to be talking about before ending off this episode is, out of all these new players, which one is bound for the biggest breakout in the 2019 season? I wish we could say Trubisky, but he's not a rookie anymore. So, Parth, what do you think?
I'm going to go back with Allen Robinson. I feel like he's bound to make big numbers this year, maybe 1,200 yards, like back to his Pro Bowl level after his injury. It's a good year for him.
Okay. What do you think?
You want me to go?
Yeah, sure. You got it.
I'm gonna go with Roquan Smith. A lot of people had him being a defense rookie of the year candidate, so I hope he can do that. Be that linebacker that we always needed the last couple of years. So that's how I'm going. Hopefully he has a breakout rookie year and he goes for the next 10 years at linebacker.
Okay, I'm going to go with a rookie as well. I'm going to go with Anthony Miller. A lot of people are saying he's going to be the Juju Smith-Schuster, the great receiver selected out of the second round. That's not better than all the first round receivers essentially, but just the one that plays the most significant role in the offense that he's put in. I think with the offensive-minded coach and Mark Helfrich, Nagy and him will hopefully be able to work something out to get Miller a lot of receptions, something like the Steelers did last year. So I'm excited to see what he can do. He kind of is an under-the-radar guy. I mean, I don't really think, when you think of college football, I don't really think you think of Memphis, no offense. But some of these other guys like Calvin Ridley, they're coming out of bigger schools, so I kind of want to see if Miller can really do something, and I feel like he's bound to break out. So I think that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. It's the week of the 4th of July, but we're planning on doing another episode this week. We're going to get the uploads going. You can follow our Instagram and Twitter at Bear Down, and you can follow all of our Instagrams down in the description. If you did enjoy, please make sure to like, subscribe, do all that. And I think that's pretty much it. You guys got anything to say?
Bear down.
Let's go. Bear down. See you guys in the next episode.